Oh, hello guys.
Hello guys, how you doing?
I'm alright, how are you?
Fantastic.
So welcome back to Chat to Us. Today we kind of give each other a challenge.
Okay, yeah.
Basically was to come up with a £5 meal.
Yeah, five meals.
£5 meal.
There has to be including
Protein, carbs,
and a drink.
and the drink. Yes.
I've got a chicken.
Is it in date or is it expired?
It's in date. Oh my days.
£1.29. Okay.
Cool. Then I brought some sweet potato.
Okay.
You know, as a contour. You know?
What?
As in, just to go with the chicken. That cost 99p. Then I got some carrots. You know, to go with the chicken. You know, it's good. You know, I think, you know, just like a bit of veggie. £2.71, yeah?
Yeah.
Then, of course, carbs.
Bread!
What's going on? Do you know what I mean?
£3.50 now.
Yeah, £3.50, yeah? Then, to go with the bread, that's where it goes in a bit like...
Stefania, what is going on here?
Some chopped tomatoes arrabbiata, which cost, that's 35p.
There's more food?
And then, no, there's no more food.
Okay.
And of course, a drink. I decided to to go for the double strength squash.
Okay, you have to mix it. What if you die?
So how much is that?
£4.70.
£4.70.
So your meal is, this is one meal, is bread with sweet potato, chicken,
Yeah.
and carrots.
Yeah. And a drink.
And a drink. Okay. Keeping it simple and healthy. Carbs, we go with couscous. Nice and light. Obviously it's a bit hot, so we don't want something too heavy like sweet potato. Something light, good for your system. So couscous, and you can add flavour to it. So you got couscous here. Now for my protein, I want to switch up a little bit. I could have gone for chicken, I could have gone for beef, but I decided to do it for bacon. Then, with a bit of veg, peppers. Mix it with peppers, bell peppers, go different colours. I'll go for the sweet one. And then, just to add a bit of moisture and flavour, sweet and sour stir-fry sauce.
Do you guys see this? Yeah, I think, did you actually go with what is on the picture? I thought that was so easy.
No, this is chicken. I didn't go with what's on the picture. I actually need the sauce. I need something to add a bit of moisture to the food because couscous is a bit dry. The bacon is a bit dry, so I want something to put it all together, bring it together, bring a bit of moisture. And obviously I forgot this to bring it to the studio, but it was a box of orange juice, which was 55p. Okay. So my meal cost £4.04. So technically I won. No offense, your meal looks nice, but you know.
Let's ask, you know, the audience, which meal do you think is better? Financial awareness. We're talking about financial awareness today.
Well, yeah, finance basically. So we got our trusty purple envelope that's back with the question in there, and then we're just gonna answer them.
How has society influenced your spending?
Ooh,
Just straight to it.
straight to the point. How society influence my spending?
Talk about finance, yeah?
Financially, yeah. I think I've been carried away at times and kind of focusing on trying to look good. So a lot of times I'll spend a lot of money on shoes, clothes and trousers just to go to work, just to make sure that I can appear that I'm making enough money. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, actually, if you think about it, I can just have less clothes and I'll be okay.
You'll be okay anyway.
Yeah, so it took me a bit of a while. Actually, what we're doing, there's no need to spend all the money on this stuff.
Okay, so would you say that then society has influenced you?
Oh, definitely. Society will always influence. You can't. If someone said they're never influenced by society, it's a lie. is a complete lie. So we also influence a little bit, some more than others, but a little bit. I am influenced. Like, you know, having nice things makes me feel nice. Like, for example, this lovely bracelet that I got. I didn't need to get one, but because it looks nice, I was like, I was on a holiday. Why not? Let me get it. But really, do I need it? I've seen it a couple of times. I was, oh, that looks cool, but it's just a bit of influence. Yeah, it wasn't necessary at all.
I've always been financially aware of how much I'm spending in the last couple of years. Obviously, depending on the job you do, then you just stretch yourself a little bit more. The things you want to buy, not buy, things like that. But you know, when I came to the UK, I was very aware I was spending. So society wasn't really like influencing me that much. You know, so I was a bit, you know, with all these trends, I was always a bit late.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? So I was like, people buying this. I was like, okay, you guys go and buy it. I just catch up with you later. That we can cross the line and go into addiction of buying stuff repeatedly because society is influencing you.
Especially if you want to be like, you know, want to be the cool guy that everyone's, or cool girl that everyone's watching. You also have to make sure you have to, you know, the nice makeup,
latest.
You know, latest bag. You know, you have to have the Gucci bag, the Louis bag. Make sure you go to the right places to eat. Like, with the nice, like all of that, the nice car, all of that. If you're not careful, you can get drawn into the circle.
Shall we move on?
Yes. This is going to be a good topic. Okay,
it's going to be?
It's a good topic.
Oh, sure.
Cool. Do you feel you're financially educated?
Do I feel if I'm financially educated?
Yeah.
I would say yes now.
Okay.
Before no. But that yes is like yes, but I feel like there's so much to learn. And I'm willing to learn a bit more about, you know, how I spend my money, and what are the, you know, the different sectors in finance.
Quick question then. What makes you think that now you're financially educated, before that you were not?
Because I didn't know anything before. Simple as that.
Like what?
I mean,
what did you
for
not
example, I had the pleasure to, during the lockdown, I had this opportunity to learn a bit more about finance and money management, and I kind of like attend certain sessions and how people spend their money, and if they're actually aware of how to spend their money. And from those sessions, I think I attended 2 or 3, I've gathered so much information, things I didn't know. I don't want to put myself on the spotlight because people be like, oh, big woman like this, didn't know about this. But yeah, there was certain things, probably because it was not a regular conversation that I had with my, you know, my friends and family, so I didn't know. I wasn't really like across it, or I didn't even sit down and went online to research these things myself. But I feel like, for example, people can have their pension a bit early.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
You know, I didn't know that, how it works, and you know, the different options that you can have. Aside from the regular pension that comes from the government, you know what I mean? All of these things, how does credit score works. There's so much of misunderstandings of how and if people have to get credit cards. When I came here, people were like, don't get the credit cards because of this, because of that, you know, it's not safe, people lose their money with that. But you know, it's just, this is their own, you know,
perspective.
Exactly. So I kind of bought into it without even really like reflecting or doing my own research. But with these sessions, I kind of like got a bit of understanding of how things works without having to rely on what people's experiences were. I feel like now I'm financially educated, but again, there's so much that I want to learn.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, similar to you. So yes, I like to think I'm financially educated, but there's so much to learn out there. I think for me, I was a bit more lucky. I was lucky that I started working for the pension and the payroll for the university at the time. And
The
then
university?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then working with this man, it kind of showed me like how people spend their money. And you can see like when people are close to retirement age, how they start putting more money in the pension, or you can tell when people put more money in the pension after a certain amount of time. He was like, yeah.
Like what age?
So for example, you see people are scrambling. So when they between their 60 to close to retirement age, you can see they're putting a lot of money into their pensions, but by then it's a bit too late. And you can see people that have higher contribution for a long time, and you can tell they probably already finished off paying the mortgage on their pension. All this kind of stuff you get to learn, and then I kind of got to learn about, savings account, ISAs.
Yeah, that. That's a good
ISAs,
one.
yeah, bank accounts, credit, debit card, all this kind of stuff. I think I kind of was interested because obviously working in pension, and then also worked in finance for a little bit, commercial banking.
That's good. Yeah.
So I was like, I kind of forced myself to learn a few stuff, even though it wasn't necessarily about personal banking.
You were in that field.
It was that field, so I was like,
Yeah.
I kind of have to educate myself. So I dove in, investments and savings account, all this kind of stuff made me aware of how people save money, and also how the wealthy look after the money. It's very different from how we look after the money, and how they manage the money is very different. I'm like, okay, I want to be like them. What do I need to do to become like them?
Yeah.
And it's all about incomes and how your income is, how you stream it, and budgeting and stuff like that.
As I'm listening to, sorry, I interrupted you, but do you want to carry on? Sorry.
No.
Okay. So as I'm listening to you, my only question that I have literally top of my head now is, when is the right time to introduce like financial education to young people?
As soon as you can.
Because did you have that
I think
privilege?
with my parents, when we were younger, they always like make sure you save your money.
Yeah, of course.
Save your money and always get a good deal.
That's a good
So if you think about it, like my parents always used to buy things in bulk. Why? Because bulk is cheaper, and you get a good deal once you buy in bulk. So for me, that might
Example.
So when you go cash and carry,
Okay.
Ades, I don't know if Ades everywhere, Ades cash and carry, you never buy just one. You buy like, I don't know, big meat. Or what they used to do is when they used to get stockfish. So my mom would go with a friend, like 5 of them, will put money together to buy like 1 carton of stockfish, and then they split it between each other. Because if you go to the market and buy stockfish, it's more expensive. But if you're together, you can split it off, it's cheaper. But I think
Why?
stinks. Stockfish, oh my god, stink. I remember when my mom tried to ask me to put it in my car, I was like, no. That thing stinks. But yeah, so stuff like that. Or they'll buy like a whole cow and then split it between like, 4 or 5 of them.
I am grateful that at this age I know a little bit more, and for me to be at this stage of my life and kind of getting to understand those things and not be ashamed of how much I know, I'm happy that I get this.
Yeah, that's good. But I think also that's a fair point. But also it's ones that people don't talk about finances a lot, even between your friends.
Right.
We don't really talk about money. Everyone's a bit shy about money. Obviously, I'm not asking you to tell how much money you make per se, but
how much you have in your bank.
yeah, but sometimes it's good to have a conversation about money, what you're doing with your money, how you invest your money. But we don't have it that much. Especially, I can talk about a lot of black people. We don't really talk about money like that.
Yeah.
All everyone knows is don't use a credit card. Don't
That's what
have a credit
I've
card.
been getting.
Don't get a credit card. Don't get a credit card, and then that's it. No one's teaching you about budgeting money. Like, who sat down and told you about budgeting? Not that many people. So it's like it's good to have that.
I don't even know how to start it and when to start a conversation, unless you're very close to that person.
But sometimes it just seems something as small as you talk about, your aspiration in the future, right?
Sure.
Like, where do you want to be in the future, or what do you want to do in the future? I want to do that. Okay. What do you need to do to get there? Where are you now, and what do you need to get there?
Yes, that's right.
Kind of thing. And I think for me, a lot of my friends are kind of lucky that we already have that mindset anyway. So a lot of time they're talking about opportunities and ways of making money and savings and investment opportunities, all those kind of stuff. But yeah, it all comes from where do you want to be.
Where we want to be.
Yeah, and then from there you work your way backwards.
Most expensive purchase that you ever made, and how do you feel about it? I have a list of things to say, but you're gonna go first.
I think the most expensive that I've ever made has to be my car, isn't it?
Car?
Yeah. So.
Your nice black car.
Yeah.
It's black, yeah?
Yes, it's got black. So yeah, I bought my car. bought it myself for my 25th birthday. And yeah, it was a lot of money.
Talk to us about it.
Yeah, so what? How much? Should I say how much I spent on my car?
If you want to.
It was a few thousands. Let's just say that.
2,000.
No, a few thousand.
A few thousand.
Yeah, I think it was like almost, £5,500 on the car, and yeah, and it was for my birthday present. So I was like, let me treat myself.
Living the best life.
Yeah, so it's like literally it was on my car or a watch, and I was like, I'll go for the car. So yeah, I got the car, and do you know what? It felt so real because the car it's funny because even that car is a car that I've seen since I was like young. And I've seen it before. I was like, I must get that car, and then grow up, and then things happen, and then I was gonna get something else, but I didn't, and then went back to the car, and then I got it, and it just felt like it's not mine. Like this can't be mine.
Yeah.
Like, literally even driving on my way back, it felt like I was driving one of my friend's car, just like this can't be mine. This doesn't make sense. And
It's
then
a dream coming to
I guess so.
reality.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, it happened, and yeah, it was a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie. Like and then the thing that hurts me the most is insurance, because the money went, and then the insurance went, and then the road tax, and you're like, yay.
So I thought that my most expensive purchase was my camera in my uni days, and then I thought after that was my dress that I bought for my birthday, because I never really spent so much for my dress. My 25th birthday, I was wearing something quite expensive.
What dress was it?
It was quite lacy and it's very nice.
Okay, I remember, yeah.
So I thought those things was like the most expensive things. Obviously, there's a budget to every sector. So for me, I just go by that as well. But hey, no. The most expensive things I bought in my life that I wouldn't have even thought to do is my carpet. It's the carpet where you guys are now standing, sitting on it.
Yeah.
Who would buy a carpet? But I'm not regretting because it's useful. It's kind of, what's the term? It's something that you have for life. It's just, you're not gonna buy every time. But yeah, a carpet, and that was like thousands.
Yeah, that was a lot of money, and it's funny because even now, like, you're so careful about your carpet.
I am. If you come to this house
every day, and she tells you, oh, it's dirty, oh, it's space there. She hoovers it. It's like, I'm like, what are you doing? The carpet's fine. Like, no. If you look, it's not as soft as it used to be. It's like,
yes.
It's okay.
She
loves this carpet. Like, it's a nice carpet, to be fair.
Thank you.
You did well. What does saving mean to you?
For me, saving means wisdom, knowledge.
Ooh, okay.
Is to be aware that you're starting from somewhere, you want to go somewhere else. So you need to know why you're saving and where you want to go. So for me, saving is very important. What about you? What does it mean for you?
It's an interesting one because a lot of people say save. And then the mindset where every money they get, they're just saving. And yeah, it's a good skill to have, and it's very important because one, you learn about patience, being patient, and two, it makes you focus. Because okay, I need to save this, and this is one to do. But then another issue that you could do, you end up living in the future, and you don't live in the present. Because you're always thinking ahead.
That's a good point.
You're always thinking ahead. Okay, I don't care what's going on.
I'm guilty with that though. Sometimes.
Yeah, so you have to be careful. Yeah, it's good to save, but at the same time, you're living now in the present. So don't forget to live now.
Yeah, so you have to find the right balance, I guess, isn't it?
It's the good balance of being able to keep money away, and because also sometimes saving also allows you to have opportunities. Because if you save money away and then something happens, actually, I have the money now to enter it. But then at the same time, you have to be very careful that you're not stuck in the trap or thinking of the future and forgetting the present.
So what is your financial goal?
Me? To be financially independent.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say that. Financial independent.
Yeah, that's what they always say. That
and debt free.
Financially independent, debt free, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, financially, you not to worry about money too much. Obviously, having multiple stream of incomes to cover myself, being able to pay all my bills, without worrying and being able to help people around me if they need to. But just to be able to live life and see opportunities and be able to take opportunities around me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not worry about, okay, is this enough money? It's not enough money. Just do well. Just live life.
Yeah, on top of that, I will also add the fact that I want to be able to give. That I believe that if one day I'm gonna get there and I want to speak this into existence, that's gonna happen.
Amen.
You know, amen. I will be able to give.
Yeah, that's a big one actually. Because someone gave you something for you to do what you are here.
Oh yes!
Hope you enjoyed the video and don't forget to comment, like and subscribe and just get involved. 7 is boring, so I had to go hard. So I just found that funny.
Okay, I don't know the song.
You know the song? 7 is boring, so I have to go hard.